told you I was going to be consistent. I told you I was going to be back next week. I don't know, I'm dancing. I'm just excited. I'm so happy. But guys, I'm back again. I've got another story time for y'all. Guys, I've got another story time for you. And this time you're really going to need to hold your horses, because this time, you see, something is life-changing. And this time, if someone learns from this story time, it better be the thief and the blood clot robbers. Yeah. So guys, the time that I got robbed and held at gunpoint, I was 7. It was a while ago. I'll tell you that. It was a while ago. I got robbed and held at gunpoint. Yeah. It must have been at evening time, and my sister had just learned how to open the front door, like how to unlock the hook. Yeah. And basically, we was at home. Me and my mum, my sister, and my dad's friend were waiting. My dad's friend came to the house to wait for my dad to come from work, basically. My dad was supposed to be coming home around that time, and we had the doorbell ring. So because Rihanna had just learned to open the door, which is my sister, learned how to open the door, and we thought it was my dad. My mum said that we can go and open the door. My mum was staying in the front room, and my dad's friend was in the front room, so we can go open the door to my dad. We went to the front door. Listen, don't diss her, you know. I'm sure she wasn't expecting what was to come, else she would have not, and not even her would open the door. No one would open the door. But anyways, we went to the front door now, and obviously she said, obviously make sure you shout, say it's dad, make sure you get confirmation that's your dad before you open the door. So it was like, dad. I went with my sister just for moral support, because boy, I think I was a bit slow. I couldn't open the door all now. And so basically, anyway, the person knocked at the door, and we was like, dad, is that you? Hear them, hear my man. Yeah, open up, babe. I don't know why we didn't know my dad's voice at that time. I don't know if something, I don't know what it was, but we opened the door thinking it was my dad. Why we open the door? As soon as she opened the door, you see 3 men in a line. Well, not in a line. One man in the front with a gun. Next one behind him wearing a drawstring. It's weird what you remember, like the key things you remember, but I really remember the one behind the second person wearing a yellow drawstring top. Drawstring? Yeah, drawstring. String vest. I said drawstring. String vest, and then they were all Jamaican, yeah? Anyway, they charged through the house with a gun straight into the front room in front of us. Me and Rihanna blew into the front room like, Mom! But before we even reach up in there, she turned around, see the men with the gun. Everyone, get on the floor, everyone, get on the floor! So basically, they put us all on the floor, put my mum on the floor, me, Rihanna, and my dad's friend all on the floor, on our knees. Actually, I might as well do it now, like this. Like this, you have to put your hand behind your back and your head down. You have to put your hand behind your back and your head down, yeah? On the floor, all of us lined up on the floor. In the line, and basically my dad's friend, I don't know, listen, I think they're misogynists, yeah, because the only person that they tied up to hands is my dad's friend, because maybe they thought that we were weak or whack. They didn't tie my mum up, they didn't tie me up, which is nice. Obviously they didn't tie me and my sister up, but they tied him up, I guess because they thought he could. They tied his hands up with a charger and made us all go on our knees, face the sofa, turn the telly up on 100 volume, close all the curtains, yeah, and at this point we were crying. Actually, I wasn't even crying. My mum was bawling. That's what I remember. My mum was screaming like, please, don't hurt my kids. Whatever you do, take me. Don't hurt my kids. Obviously, they had guns. Hurt my kids. Don't hurt my kids, please. And then they was like, be quiet. We won't hurt you if you be quiet. But they were Jamaican. They actually had Jamaican accents, you know. I just not doing it. And then they were like, be quiet. And then she was like, please don't hurt my kids. Take everything. We've got this. Take this. Because like they were up in there, obviously. So one of them stayed in the front room with us, and the other 2 were rummaging around the house, taking things from the house. I could hear everything. There was in me and my sister's room. There was in my mum and my dad's room. There was in the kitchen. There was in our cupboards. Listen, I heard everything. Even in our front room, they were taking things from the front room, like coming in and out, taking things. Obviously, it's weird what you remember in those types of situations. But in that moment, one thing I remember is that's the first ever time. I think it's the first and last, hopefully, ever time that I ever told my mum to shut up, because we were 7 years old, me and Rihanna, yeah, but he kept asking her to be quiet, yeah. She was bawling. He said, be quiet and I won't hurt the kids. She was bawling and asking him to not hurt the kids. We said, Mom, shut up! I think I was distraught. I swear to Jaja, I remember this. Even asked my sister, I don't know why I keep swearing to Jaja. Jaja, oh my God, you know. Sorry, no disrespect to the Rastafari's, but... And it's so crazy that I remember it. It's not like we got in trouble. We didn't get in trouble in that moment because there were bigger fish to fry. But I remember that moment so vividly. I was so scared. I was so frightened. But I don't think I knew what was going on. I knew what was going on, but I weren't crying. It was like I was frozen. And I was just scared. Seeing my mum so scared. Seeing my mum just there crying. And my dad's friend was just there. Like literally was just there quiet. He was like, calm down, Jenny. Don't worry. Obviously, it's going to be alright. It's going to be right. So obviously they took all the phones. Obviously, me and Miranda didn't have a phone at that time, but they took my mum's. My mum had 2 phones, and they took my dad's friend's phones. Like they took one of my mum's phones, but she had another one in the corner, yeah, on the charger, like watching the corner next to us, and they didn't clock it, so they didn't realize it. So my mum now has gone on her phone, called my dad and said, blah, blah, come home, and he's like, oh, what are you joking for, man? Whatever. He's thinking, because she's whispering on the phone. He's like, what's wrong with you? He's like, people are here, come home. People are trying to get us, come home. And he's like, oh, whatever, man, whatever. Are you joking? Like, la la la. He's laughing on the phone, like, what are you doing? Why are you not playing? She's like, no. Now she had to lock off. I think he locked off because he thought she was joking, so he cut off now. Meanwhile, she was actually calling in to tell him he was in some serious, grave danger. But obviously he thought it was a joke, so he's cut off now. The phone's gone in the corner. They never clocked that phone. They never clocked that phone once, and I remember that phone vividly. And I was scared for my life when I saw what was going on. Lord knows. But by the way, sorry, I forgot to say. She called him when the person in our room left. Like there was no one in our room, just us in the room, and having to call in it. So now she's called him. Obviously, they're in the room. They're rummaging through everything. They're taking television. They're taking money. They're taking our passports. They're taking our clothes, our trainer. They're taking every blood clot thing. I'm sure they didn't take the shirt off my back. Anyways, so obviously they're rummaging through the house now. It goes about 45 minutes, and then we hear it's quiet. The telly in the front room's on 100, so we can't mad here, but you can kind of gauge out. My brother's friends like, do you think they're gone? To ask one of these, are they gone? He's listening out. So now he's gotten up. He's gotten up. He said, told us to wait here. He said, wait here, you lot. He's gotten up now. He's ran to looked around the house and ran to the front door. Looked through the spy hole, yeah, and we can see someone walking towards the house, yeah. So he blows back, but it's my dad. He comes like 20 minutes after they've gone. My dad, so it's my dad. It's 20 minutes after they've gone, and then he comes in and he drops to the floor. He's like, oh my god, the gut wrench in his heart when he'd seen what was happening, what happened to us, when he's seen that the call that my mum made to him was not a joke and it was serious, because obviously he was walking into the house like normal, but when he came to the house, I think when he came to the door was open. That's what made him say but the door wasn't wide open, it was just like not locked, if that makes sense, because you have to lock the door back when you leave and to come, so it was just closed but it wasn't locked. He, like, his heart sank. He was like, oh my god, we called the police. That's what made me know. That's the first ever dealings I've ever had with the police, and that's what made me know they ain't joking. Listen, I will still call them in a heartbeat. Any emergencies, any accidents, I'm calling them and I'm trusting in them. But that's what made me know a bit of problems going on with them, because they came to my house and they was like, have you guys won the lottery? Have you guys won the lottery recently? Like, why? I'm just confused. Why would they come to you guys' house? Why would they come to your house? Like, cause obviously we lived in a council house, but it was, I mean, we lived in an estate, but it weren't enough. Like, the house was nice, but... And then after that, they probably followed up once and then never followed up. My mum had to lie to us and tell us that basically, because we were so scared, she was basically like to us, basically the week after, them robbers tried it with another family and the family killed them, all three of them. And me and Rana really believed it up until like a year ago when she told me that they're not dead and they're actually alive. But she needs to tell me that because I was scared for my life. And even then, that's what made me know that, like, seriously, you robbers and thieves and blood clot, evil people need to actually not be so evil, because you don't know the detriment that you cause on people's lives. I was scared. Like, I couldn't go to the toilet by myself. I couldn't go around my house by myself. I couldn't do anything by myself. I couldn't go outside by myself until I was about 13, 14. Like, I went to secondary school and people didn't even know that I was every night to go to bed in my house. I was scared for my life. I swear to you, I was so scared every night. Like, my sister in the house, I'd have to wait my sister up to follow me toilet, even if the toilet's next door, because we moved house. Since that day, we never slept one more night in that house. But the turmoil that came after it, why did they ship us to Dominica? They shipped us to Dominica. I think about 2 weeks after we got shipped to go school in Dominica. Little did we know, because we didn't know until we was left there that we was not leaving. Yeah, that's a story for another time. But yeah, I will tell you that was the time that got robbed and held at gunpoint, and Lord knows, yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And those robbers, if you can see this, listen, I hope you can't see this, yeah, but if you do, or if you can, the reason I hope you can't see it, I don't wish death on you, but I wish you to be in prison still now, yeah. But if you're not and you're watching this, just know the implications that you made on my life. Thank God that I've come over it, but next time you try to think of doing that, think again and don't do it, because it's just not worth it, honestly. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching my story time. It was really this was something that really, like, held on to me for years, but now I haven't got much attachment to it, but thanking God that I'm out of it, and thank God for that. So please guys, if you want to hear some more, if you want to see some more, next week we've got something different coming. So please guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching guys. I love you, and I've told you, have I told you how much I missed you? And I'm so glad to be back.
Can't focus on me, baby, can you focus?